everyone, what is up? It is Balloon. Welcome back to my channel. Easter bunny vibes today for Easter weekend. So we have got a little bit more drama to get into and we're going to jump straight into it. Nikita Dragun and James Charles have just outed themselves. Well, I say they've outed themselves. It's more like Def Noodles has outed them because he reposted this old clip of Nikita Dragun and James Charles in a video talking about their fetish for straight boys.
James and I have come to the realization that we are boy crazy.
Oh, yes.
And the things and situations that we tend to get ourselves into are
almost the exact same.
Mirrored.
Yeah. Like Nikita and I were already super close friends for a very long time now, but I feel like over the past year, 6 months-ish,
all of a sudden we just
are so close because we've been through hell and back.
And I also think that our boy situation started around the same time.
Yes.
And that's what I feel like just cemented.
We've had similar situations. We also have very similar
taste
in guys too.
Hot.
Masculine.
Straight. We just want what we can't have.
Yeah,
and
but we get it.
And if they want it.
Oh.
Now, of course, Nikita has been very messy on Twitter recently with Trisha Paytas. A lot of people thought that was a deflection tactic to try and get some heat off James Charles because of everything that James Charles has been going through recently. Of course, yesterday, James uploaded his video taking accountability. Go, where he took pretty much not that much accountability really, and everybody's kind of feeling like James was just kind of saying what everybody wanted to hear. So who else has reacted to James Charles' apology taking accountability video? Well, there's been Trisha Paytas, there's been Ethan Klein, and we're gonna get into it.
But yeah, I saw James's video. It's the same thing he said after the Tati video, that he was going to do better and not be the P word. It's extremely upsetting and it's disheartening that all his young fans are still buying into this with the thumbs up ratio. Just keep in mind, if someone is liking tweets trying to take down the victims, a week ago, they didn't change in a week. He keeps saying, I'm going to show you. It's but you were still trying to defend yourself by discrediting minors. These are children, and he kept blaming them, and it sounds good, the fluff piece is good, and obviously people are buying it because the thumbs up, but he said all this before. You don't just change in a week. It's good he's acknowledging it and apologizing yet again, but we've seen this before. This is Groundhog's Day, and this is about James, so it'll probably get taken down. I don't know. Okay, I'm just gonna remind people real quick of Austin Jones. If you don't know who Austin Jones is, look him up. He literally got sentenced to prison for something very similar. Soliciting pics from minors is a really serious crime, and if the minors don't press charges, or their parents don't because of whatever reason, then nothing happens. And it's sad because this is a repeated pattern from James. This isn't an isolated incident. For real, I really hope he's sincere and is going to change. Sometimes you have to hit rock bottom and get a wake-up call, so for everyone's benefit and for other people's, but I really hope he is genuine in changing his behaviors. But when you can get away with it, they tend to keep doing that. It'll be quiet and cool for a while, but again, repeated behavior. It's really scary and it's really sad. It doesn't make me happy talking about it. Actually makes me physically ill and sick. And
it is, of course, Sexual Assault Awareness Month right now, just in case you guys didn't know that. But I think Trisha is speaking facts. I hope that James can take this time and move on from this and actually learn something. I doubt he will, personally. That is just my personal opinion. I really don't think that James is going to change overnight or anything like that. This is going to have to be quite a long process for him, But of course, we can all sit here and say, well, why did you message minors in the first place? Why were you on Instagram and Snapchat and all of that in the first place, looking for guys to date when you're James Charles with 25 million plus subscribers? Why were you doing that to begin with? At this point, the thing that James Charles probably should do is hand himself into the police. If I'm honest, that's where we are with this. James Charles, he's committed what is called a federal crime, and yet he's not being demonetized on YouTube. He's not being banned from YouTube or anything like this. YouTube are still keeping James Charles's channel going. As Trisha pointed out in that TikTok, there have been other people in the past who've done very similar things and they've got 10 years in jail for this. 10 years in jail. Yet James Charles uploads a video holding myself accountable and that's supposed to be it? That's his punishment? He's done? He's admitted to the crimes. I think Trisha put it best when she said, who does an apology video for being a P word? Like, maybe just get off social media, period. You can't even trust yourself. Ethan Klein reacted by saying, James Charles says he's desperate as an excuse for sexting with minors. I think the truth is more insidious and something he could never admit publicly, that he likes young boys. However, if we remember, James did admit that publicly on the Logan Paul podcast, Impulsive. Ethan went on to say at this point the police need to be involved and there isn't really much more to say about it. So now we're here pretty much a day, 24 hours after James Charles uploaded that video holding myself accountable. We're here 24 hours later. Has my opinion changed at all? Well, I definitely think at this point it is pretty much a police matter. I definitely think that he shouldn't be allowed to get away with committing a crime and still being allowed his platform, still being allowed his YouTube channel. There are in fact petitions going round at the moment on change.org to try and have James Charles deplatformed. It even made it onto BBC News as well over here. So this isn't a small story. This is no little story. This is huge. You know, this is now becoming worldwide news. But he committed a crime. He put out a Twitter statement admitting that he had done this. Then he made a video and uploaded it yesterday admitting that he's done this. So at what point does all this catch up with James Charles? And this isn't even just a James Charles problem. That clip that I showed you in the beginning of the video here where he's with Nikita Dragun, another beauty influencer. If you don't know who Nikita Dragun is, I'm sure you do if you've clicked on this. But Nikita Dragun is also just as problematic as James Charles. Nikita Dragun is hanging out with the Lopez brothers, Tony Lopez and Andreas. Of course, they've got allegations made against them as well of being inappropriate with minors also. So what is it about some of these beauty YouTubers that they're in this controversy where it's all about them having inappropriate convos with minors, sending inappropriate pictures or soliciting inappropriate pictures from minors? Why is it Nikita Dragun and James Charles are both doing that same thing? They both like teenagers. I mean, come on, this is creepy AF. This is wrong. It's a crime. It is creepy. Why is nobody holding Nikita Dragun to the same standard that we're trying to hold James Charles to? You know, that is something that needs to be talked about as well. You know, if we're going to crucify James Charles for this, then let's get Nikita Dragun too. In case you've forgotten, Nikita Dragun did get in a little bit of trouble for asking a TikToker when he was going to turn 18. So she was kind of perving on a young TikToker's photos on Instagram. She asked when they were going to be turning 18. So that they'd be legal for her, you know. So she's doing exactly the same thing that James is doing. You know, it is not just James. We're focused on James right now, but his friend Nikita is at it too. Then, following on from that, there was a TikTok uploaded. I don't have it anymore. I used to have it stored on my phone, but unfortunately, I don't have it. I did check. There was a TikTok where Nikita was kind of grinding up against this 18-year-old. Nikita Dragun is 25. So take a 25-year-old and an 18-year-old, you know, maturity level-wise, they're going to be completely different, you know. It's not just about an age gap. You know, this is a 25-year-old woman going after a just turned 18-year-old boy. Okay, at 18, he's legal. But Nikita Dragun was on this boy before he was legal. So, you know, if we want to talk about being predatory and if we want to talk about this going on in the YouTube community and if we want to talk about it as being a problem, then why is nobody talking about the fact that Nikita Dragun has both profited from making videos with the Lopez brothers and been predatory herself? Tell me that. Why is nobody fussed about that? Okay, my loves, I'm going to leave this little video right here, but do let me know what you think about everything going on at the moment with James Charles and Nikita Dragun too. You know, we ain't forgot you, sis. Let me know what you think about all of the stuff going on with those two at the moment. You know, what do you think should be done about them? What do you think YouTube and Morphe should do about James Charles? Please let me know all your thoughts, all your opinions. We can have an adult conversation about it down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Take care. Love you guys. Bye.